Just wanted to bring you this update from WJHL. The district attorney in the Summerwells case is speaking for the first time, and there's a news article about it, so you can read along if you want. I'll put it on the screen and then I'll read it for you if you don't want to. The district attorney speaks on Summerwell's case for the first time, and this is from Ansley Daniel. Again, great work. Rogersville, Tennessee. On the night of June 15th, District Attorney General Dan Armstrong called in the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation to help with search efforts for Summerwells. Almost 10 months later, no real developments. This case is unlike anything he's ever worked on before. The sheriff will contact other law enforcement agencies, but under the way the TBI is set up, I have to make the formal request for the TBI, Armstrong said. So the sheriff, in this particular case, he had called and asked for help from all agencies and then called me, and I asked the TBI to get involved. The long-spanning search for Summerwells can feel like a blur, but the night of June 15th is clear as day to Armstrong, just as the call to issue an Amber Alert the following day. An Amber Alert is where a child is missing from either the person that's supposed to have legal custody from them or their parents. So we put out the Amber Alert to alert everyone, including citizens, said Armstrong. No one has been charged in relation to Summer's disappearance, but that doesn't mean the district attorney isn't involved. It's a case that has implications for the legal system and the law, but you couldn't classify it right now. There are no criminal charges that have been filed yet. Armstrong said, my role basically is just to be an advisor if any legal issues come up in the search. Who to talk to, how to go about doing that. I am kept briefed periodically, not every day, but periodically, and just available to provide any legal assistance that I can. Summer's older brothers were put into protective custody services last July, but no charges have been filed over their removal. However, her father, Don Wells, is serving time in the Hawkins County Jail over DUI in violation of probation charges. Summerwell's mother, grandmother, respond to sheriff's comments. It's a very complicated issue that has been made more complicated by the players in this drama, Armstrong said. Armstrong declined to comment about Don Wells' legal troubles. He said the possibility of a charge and arrest could happen at some point. Whoa. We make ourselves available to both the sheriff's office and to the TBI to advise them as to the consequences of the next step that they're proposing to take and how we can do it to where if there is eventually a prosecution, said Armstrong, what they gather will be something that we can introduce in court. Make sure we cover all those bases. If an arrest ever does take place, that's when Armstrong will look at what charges can be filed. If it ever got to the point where we were ready to consider charges, then, of course, they would talk to me about what charges and who to charge. And a case like this would generally go to a grand jury, he explained. Even though he stays in touch with law enforcement about where they're at in the investigation, Armstrong is almost at a standstill in his particular role. We follow leads as they come in, and so at this point, you're basically down to just following whatever leads come in and following up. He said maybe trying to backtrack and do some things you did before to see if anything comes of it.